Hello and welcome to the Party Dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, I'm your DM and air-conditioned boy, Blake Peebles, and your caster will be joining us shortly. So, a couple of announcements. First off, I'd like once again to thank our Patreon patrons. We have 3 of them. It is Elliot, Nick, and Big Money. We love you. You're thebomb.com. If you want to join the ranks of these Patreon patrons, go to our Patreon. It's on the internet, and the link is in the description. You'll get to hang out with us, and yeah. Yeah, so that's the announcement number 1. Announcement number 2 is keep commenting, liking, subscribing. We love it when you do that, and it helps us out greatly. Announcement number 3, Halloween episode coming up this week, so woo, exciting. Announcement number 4, this one's kind of sad, but for the rest of this episode, the rest of this session, in fact, there's a point, and you'll see it, when I make the really wise decision to turn the air conditioning on in our apartment. That makes the audio for the rest of the episode actually completely unusable. So, what I am going to do is future Blake, me right now, is going to pop back in, sort of describe to you what happens in sections where the audio is no longer usable, and you'll still get the whole story. You won't miss out on any plot. You'll be filled in, and then we don't ever make that mistake again. So it's okay. But yeah, you'll be seeing more of me as this episode continues. Cool. Anyway, so a recap of last episode. It was a fight. The whole thing was a fight. They'd shown up at the grave robbers camp, and they fought off 2 big fleshy mounds, as well as something that appeared to be a beholder, but was instead actually a giant spore creature, which exploded, getting into the lungs of Finn, Elril, and their bird friend, whose name they don't know. There was also a dark hooded figure with a plague doctor's mask with fangs on the sides, who seemed to be in charge of the whole situation, but he teleported away right away. And that's really all you missed. So, enjoy the episode. I will be seeing you pretty soon to tell you what you're missing, because I screwed up and what's new about that. But anyway, enjoy, have fun, spinning. Ah!
Yeah, that is that. As both of these things have collapsed. The 3 of you, the 2 of you in particular, feel fucking terrible, but you are also like.
Actually, they feel amazing.
Your lungs.
I'm a bit, yeah, my lungs.
Your lungs don't feel like your guys' lungs don't feel right.
It's probably from all the vaping.
I don't vape yet!
There's a lot of stuff out there.
I'm gonna find the magic vape.
No conclusive results yet. Look at my clothes.
So, like,
Finn.
you think everyone else is still alive?
Ruined.
I'd hope so. Let's go outside.
Sorry, I stand up and help you up with my 14.
Cool, you head outside, and in fact,
Oh, wait, no,
everyone
10
is
year-old.
fine.
Stronger than me.
I've had a question about Kenku for a little while that I haven't asked. So, can they just not speak, or other than things they've heard, or can they not make any sound at all? Like, would I be like, can I make like a heaving sound or a coughing sound?
If you've heard it before, you can make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sure you've heard people coughing.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
Okay, what's happening?
Finn and I got pretty beat up. Look at me.
But we did amazing.
Okay, I heard an explosion earlier.
Don't give yourself too much credit, Finn.
We did great.
It was rough.
We survived.
The big thing exploded. Finn, stop.
Okay, cool.
Well,
You just gotta indulge it and it's over.
I'll try next time.
As long as everyone's alive.
The big thing exploded. It released some sort of gas, noxious fumes.
I get you.
I breathed it in. Finn breathed it in, and yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna use lay on hands. Do spend 5 lay on hand points to cure like an ailment or a disease or
yes. Cool. And as you do that to the bird,
My lungs plump up. Like
forgot you could do that.
Yeah, I had
fresh
that.
prune.
Do they also get the hit points, or is it just
It's
like
either.
yeah? Okay, cool. But okay, anyone else? And now I'm down to 0.
And you're all healed.
Yeah.
had a lot
Wait, do
planned for that.
Sorry.
I forgot that balance could cure diseases.
Thank you.
Yeah, you feel better. You feel better. You get the distinct sense if you had waited a couple more hours, you might have died and your body would have produced more of those things.
I just got a distinct sense that if I waited maybe a few more hours, I might have died, and my body might have produced more of those things.
What a very specific inkling.
You're a lot more perceptive than I thought.
Well,
us
elves.
drow have wonderful mastery over our respiratory system.
Really?
So, what can I say? And, thank you. I noticed you
You're so welcome.
threw a healing spell out.
It's just the crystals.
Right, I think I have a
Yeah.
few bruises on the side of my head from the crystal.
Proper application of crystal material is not part of my liability.
Well, it might have been more of
I
Finn's.
wasn't ignoring you. I was just putting.
Finn, tell her to my bruises. Finn.
You're just a breach.
Thank you for helping us. Your name, by the
I
way?
was about to ask.
Oh, it's Mel. Thank you so much for asking. Now I feel like we're really best friends.
Mel, I noticed you're an elf. Where are you from?
Yes.
Well, here, there, like everywhere.
Are you a high elf?
While they're talking, where's the
What elf?
what's her name?
We have-
We have
She's crouched down next to one of the
variety of
corpses.
elves here.
She'll have fun.
Because you're a drow,
He's a
and
high
you're
elf.
a high elf. Well, not all of us can be as amazing as you. I'm just sort of a lowly wood elf, but I do what I can, Traveling around me and my cart. I like to call her Cartha.
We're all long distance
Wonderful.
relatives, as I think.
Not
Long.
all elves treat me that way, to be honest.
No, I'm aware.
That is such a shame.
You want to check inventory and see if they took everything? Okay.
Perhaps a short rest would be good. I could use.
If you guys want a
maybe
short
a
rest,
week
I'll just play you
off.
a beautiful song on my flute.
I think we're fine.
No, I want to hear a song.
Oh boy.
Yeah, a quick rest.
I was on the other side before.
Cool, so you take a short rest
Yeah.
with this happening.
You guys
Though
get
the music
it's a
is-
song of rest, so they get 6 extra hit points.
I'm
Like
actually
1d6
taking
of
any
extra hit
damage.
points.
The music is slightly interrupted by the sound of groaning and bones cracking. As you all see Henrietta leaning over this one corpse, and it's like grotesquely like twisting itself to its feet.
Oh boy. Vomit check.
Okay, I just include it as
6.
some-
That's a vomit.
It's like spores.
Get it out.
Over the course of the rest, she does animate both of the zombies. The third one is a little too burnt to do much of anything with. But there are now 2 zombies just hanging out with her.
Tell me, I'm not a necromancer myself. Could you animate the larger ones? Or?
That I could, theoretically, but not yet. I need a stronger spell than the one I have.
Oh.
I could, like, probably morph their flesh into smaller ones, but I'm out of spell slots that could let me do that for the day, because I took a pot shot at that guy. Oh, by the way, that guy with that mask, he's the one that I saw reanimating dead when I first got here, so,
That's good to know.
yeah.
Wow, there's just like a lot happening.
Got that right, Mel. Frankly, I'm very confused.
A masked man is stealing things?
How curious, I've never met a masked man stealing things before.
I don't like
Can I
her.
insight check that?
Sure.
that was a very much like I have nothing to do with this.
He has nothing to do with it.
7.
Yeah.
Seems fine. She seems excited but truthful.
Well,
I don't think I like her very much.
Join the club.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take my zombies back to my swamp.
Henrietta, a bit of advice. Stay far, far away from the town.
Okay,
And if you see any minotaurs, run.
I will. If you guys find a way to Remelas and you don't tell me,
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn you all into zombies. So.
Okay, see, things were going well until that
I
climax.
thought we had a rapport going.
Is that was like a
because
fun
I
joke?
don't feel like I
Oh, it's a joke.
Sorry, did that not come across?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Can we go?
I'm gonna leave, but for real, if you find any way into the city, I desperately need to get there. So let me know, and my horde can help.
Oh, interesting. Maybe we can use
Okay, bye.
Henry's hold. Finn!
No, that was a genuine.
That wasn't in character.
Are we just gonna let the person we saw be sacrificed go on their own?
Well,
I mean,
why do you think she's being... Here's my guess. Perhaps if she somehow got mixed up in all the paranoia that's happening in town, and this one thing led to another, so they say, and then she got sacrificed.
but she didn't.
Right, because we found her in time, we warned her. I warned her to stay away from town.
Yeah, but this camp is on one side of town, and the swamp is on the other. She's gonna.
They're both above town.
They're both.
But I thought
both north.
because the graveyard was here and we went up, so it's like here, and the swamp was like here.
They're both north of the town.
Yeah, but like this, so she's gonna.
Do you
I
think
knew
she's going to get.
I would like
swatted?
to escort her.
Oh, sure. I mean, frankly, the short rest left me feeling quite rejuvenated. So.
Good for you.
I mean, we can
Just
also.
saying, I'm ready.
We can also, I mean, just keep an eye on the Minotaur.
What if it's the Minotaur who doesn't capture her? Maybe the Minotaur just sacrifices her.
Well, but if we keep an eye on him, we'll know if he sacrifices.
So, okay. I like that plan. So, instead of preventing capture, we just know when the capture happens.
No, we just keep a long eye on the Minotaur.
A long eye.
Longbow.
Do you have any urgent business to get to?
I don't want to watch a minotaur for
Neither
like...
do
They do cool things.
It seems so boring.
What about my earlier plan of
Dig
pretending to be the woman and
I'm just gonna start walking after her.
She and her zombies have made some progress already.
We might as
Oh,
well
So
right.
gotta get
follow
Mel
the captain, I
to the
suppose.
city.
I yell back.
Get the...
I yell back. If you don't want to come, I'll meet you back in town.
I'm a little afraid to walk in these woods by myself.
Alright, well,
I'm going to confide this with my fellow elves.
after the paladin, then. You'll like it, the swamp is very wooded.
Okay, but here's the only problem. Like last time I was in a swamp with my cart, we kind of started sinking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't we just take her back into town? What time
So-
is it?
Mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, someone should go with the paladin.
Yeah, we should probably all go with the paladin.
Like as long as you guys help me with the cart, like I'm sure I won't sink this time.
Rossi's not having it.
Alright. So the swamp.
To the swamp! Cool. Are you headed to town or are you headed back to Bandit Boy?
Who?
Bandit Camp.
Bandit camp.
Okay, you make it back. It's
We have to get the loot.
early evening now. Sun is still up, but you got about an hour before sunset.
Alright, let's search the camp, shall we?
Should I just take a short rest?
You just take a short rest.
We should really be home by nightfall.
Yeah.
I agree.
Alright.
Well, I could conjure up some weasels to quickly dig through the camp.
What?
Exactly what I said. I conjure up weasels, and they will rummage through the camp.
Your accent getting stronger.
Reasons!
The more they get to the dark, the stronger.
Fine, I'm going to sit here and do nothing.
No.
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 Nobody wants my weasels in their camp. I
No,
get it.
it wasn't weasels, it was weasels!
Well, I thought of was a good idea.
It is a good idea, though we don't have to go to camp. You can just send the weasels. I'm sorry, that didn't make any sense. The weasels!
Oh, right. Perhaps they can, you can only send me.
Could the weasels help load the cart?
I have no idea what you said.
Weasel. So no. I'm gonna need an air conditioning break real soon.
I can turn it back on.
And this is where it gets really bad. So the audio really just poops out at this point because of my, AC foolishness. But anyway, directly after this, there is a bit of an ordeal with the party in which Karasu and Mel both see a ring at the same time. Karasu gets there first. Mel charms him. Nate gets really upset with this, and Mel just gets really, really pissed off at the party. Gets pretty uncomfortable, and Thuvius ends up with the ring, which he later sneaks back onto Karasu's person. They head back to Bizzlebin at this point and go to the Feathers Down Inn where they talk about their next plans, but at the same time, Nate sees an individual who is mysterious to him, a golden-haired boy. And that's that little, you got to hear that, so enjoy it.
Frankly, I'm not.
He hasn't been okay.
Everyone else is having a
I
bad
haven't
time.
been okay since the day I was born. Quite frankly, so.
We have to talk about that later.
Okay.
Did you guys eat some bad food?
Probably. I haven't eaten right since.
Meanwhile, Nate has gone over to the table.
Oh, banter.
Excuse me, Greg.
Oh, sorry, I was just helping my young master Samuel here. And you see, peering out from the cloak is a 16-year-old human boy.
Hey!
He has
Sorry, I'm not here.
a very gentle face, and you can see, even though it's covered up, he has like curly golden hair that frames it, and it makes him seem sort of even smaller. You get to say he seemed like a normal, athletic-sized person, but on second glance, you can see that he's fairly small with a very big cloak on.
Petite lad.
Yeah.
Le petit.
Good to meet you. I'm Samuel.
Great to meet you as well. I'm sorry, Greg, but I'm gonna need a double tonight.
All right, of course, right up
you.
on it.
Okay. So,
Samuel looks at you, he smiles, and his smile is just warm, and you feel good when he's looking at you.
Winfield said I have one more worm.
So, what brings you to the Feathers Down?
important mission. What about you?
That's why I bought them.
I just go where the wind takes me.
You go a lot of places?
I've been here and there, yes.
Is one so young?
I wouldn't trust all appearances.
Oh, okay. We all have secrets, I guess.
You look troubled.
Was that gross?
No, he sounds like Killian.
I only have like 4 voices. You seem troubled. Like you don't know what to do.
Me?
I'm
Immediately yes, and not immediately yes.
I wouldn't call myself particularly wise, but people I've known have told me I'm a good luck charm. If you need any advice, I could perhaps help your situation.
Can I insight check?
Sure.
Yeah. Just like
Become a leprechaun.
a leprechaun.
Did it listen to you?
19.
19. Seems earnest. Genuine.
Okay.
You're old.
Chelsea's couch now.
Well,
Take
Are
up
you-
some room.
are you from around here?
No.
No, you can't, because I'm back.
I was born on this continent.
Okay, so
Yes. Much farther west.
farther west, Access or no, not Carleone.
Are you familiar with the with Al-Anon? It's one of the states in the Bergen Coalition. Like vaguely, it's
Yeah,
a country.
it's a
in
country,
your,
yeah.
in your continent.
Yeah.
That's the area I was born.
Okay. You
It's
say
been many years since I've been back there.
travel around. Have you been in this area long?
No, not long. Just a few days.
Well, I'm looking for someone.
Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for. Okay, can you give me like? I can't just like spell it out. Can you give me like a what's the a phonetic spelling?
Phonetic?
Phonetic. Yeah.
What did I say his name was again? Wilfrith?
Wilfrith.
Wilfrith Gerain.
Yeah.
Gerain. So I'm.
Gerain is J-O-R.
Oh, it's an O.
What?
It's an O.
Yeah. Gerain. And Wilfrith is Wilfrith.
It's 7:40.
Looking for a kid. Looks about. He looks a little younger than you, Wilfrith Gerain, and I'm describing him.
I'm afraid I've never met this boy before, but. And he takes your hand. He like reaches his hand towards your hand and like stops and like. He takes your hand and there's immediately just like a warmth in your hand. I assure you, he's alive.
You sure?
Yes. I've a gut instinct about these sort of things.
Okay. Sounds good. Cool.
I hope that's good news.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you. Where's that double?
Yeah, before you go, I heard your friends speak about leaving soon. There's a dark entity I'm sure you've encountered attacking this town.
Yeah.
And you may be some of the only people with the power to repel it.
I'm like over in the corner playing with my mouse.
Live your life as you see fit. But that's something to consider.
I wasn't leaving this area. I'm assuming that's the end of the conversation. You probably want to.
If you want it to be.
I probably have to get back.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you.
You too, Samuel.
And your name?
Nathaniel. Friends call me Nate.
Nate. Can I call you that?
Sure.
All right. I get a sense of distrust from you.
Oh,
sorry
no.
if I've done anything to make you uncomfortable. I am young. I don't know.
But you, I'm assuming not as young as I'm thinking young.
Probably not.
Okay. Wish I had what you had. Am I right?
You don't.
Ooh.
That's very true. Look at this.
No, you don't wish you had what I am. Sorry, that could be misconstrued.
Oh.
Every blessing could also be a curse.
Don't I know it?
So I won't keep you any longer, Nathaniel. Okay. Enjoy your evening.
You too? I mean, like, I'll be like 5-7 feet away.
I think I'm going to be turning in fairly soon. Past my bedtime.
One as young as you, yeah. See you in the morning, maybe. Okay.
Just like a very optimistic smile
Yeah.
towards you. Regardless of this sort of weird conversation that happened.
Yeah. Pat. Turn away.
Cool.
After this, they all decide to go to sleep, and Elril and Thuvius, Elf Corner, decide that they're going to use their extra 4 hours, because they don't have to sleep for 8, to go explore the graveyard. On their way out, however, they run into somebody familiar. So, yeah, enjoy.
Alright.
So I guess we just want to walk around the graveyard and
I
just
just want to see if
scope around.
he's doing.
Yes, I do have 120 feet of dark vision.
I think I have 60.
Sounds about right. Cool. You leave the tavern, and you immediately run face first into the one, the only Nero, who's standing outside the doors with his arms crossed.
2 days.
Who is this?
Have you ever listened to a single thing I ever told you?
Then why do you keep saying them?
Because I hope one of these days it'll stick. Where the hell are you going?
Reconnaissance mission.
Mission? I specifically told you to stay out of trouble. Hi, I'm Nero.
Nero Thumb.
I'm Nero. I work for the Sortilege.
Babysitter.
My friend.
Yeah.
Oh, my name is Al Grill.
Okay.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
I'm leaving.
You just got here.
I came back to tell you that I'm leaving. I was gonna stick around for a couple days to make sure that you're not getting any sort of shit.
So
but
what was
clearly
the point
you
of,
are.
What was the point of the note?
I was gonna make you think that I wasn't gonna be here for a couple of days. Come back, observe whether or not you were getting yourself into trouble.
Oh,
so
where
I know
will the lies end?
I am this close, kid. So now I know to tell your mom you're getting into shit when I go back and report to her. And I will.
He's going to tattle with you.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So what happens
How
if
old
you...
is everyone except the man that lives? I mean, you're 14.
I'm 247.
178.
Okay.
So they're like normal, youngish.
Yeah, youngish elves, but not.
And it's hard to tell with the bird person.
Does he have gray feathers?
Nope.
Don't the Kinko only live to be like 35?
Oh no.
Short lives.
According to my character sheet, I'm dead.
I'm 34.
They have really short lifespan.
They very well might. It's hard, you really can't tell with this. I'm gonna fill you in on what I've been doing. I'm gonna give you a warning, and I'm gonna head out. I'll be back soon enough with a couple other members of the Sortilegium.
Which ones?
Should I step back inside? Is this a private conversation?
No, of course not.
I mean, feels like it's not your call. But
Well,
I agree. Feels like it's not your call. But if it's not private, I'll sit right here.
it's fine.
I sit on a bench.
any
beside
info
her.
on the
Yeah.
dream? He had it as well.
I mean, I've been a bit preoccupied with work, but that's interesting that you had it as well.
Right, which is why he should be privy to all.
I'll ask.
5 of us had it, as a matter of fact.
5 of you had a dream? The same one?
Yes, the party. The whole party.
You got a party?
Seems like it.
Alright, well, good to know. Please don't fucking die while I'm gone. Because then I die.
Try not to.
Regardless, I'll ask somebody when I'm back at Diego's tower. But basically, what I've been doing is I've been down south. One of the sides of the vampire conflict, Sortilegium has a pre-existing relationship with. Yeah, you remember back 3 years ago when everybody lost their memories, all that shit happened?
Do I?
Yeah, it was
No,
3 years
I
ago.
Yeah, you remember when you lost your memory?
You didn't specifically.
So I do remember?
It was it was a big nationwide fucking
Yes, I
thing.
am familiar.
You remember it too, like it happened in the Underdark as well. One of the people who lost his memory was one of these vampire generals. One thing led to another. He showed up where we were. He's currently occupying Remelas, city down south. I have worked something out so that we've worked out a way to parlay with him. He's going to allow us to enter Remelas without being, killed or attacked. In order to figure out the longevity of this war, any way we can lower the consequences.
Well, it's
Sort of
interesting.
like
We were
details.
thinking of heading to Remelas ourselves.
Absolutely fucking not.
Well,
What?
why not?
What? No, I
Extensions of the Sortilegium and whatnot.
It took me 3 days. I almost died every single day in order to even allow him to let somebody carrying his banner walk up there during the daytime and not be attacked. That's not very much. That's what I got, all right? And we're going to be the ones to use that because the fate of the world is in our hands. You're just a fucking kid, all right?
Of course. We're like a decade or so older than Nero.
Yeah.
A century
Yeah.
or so. Okay.
He doesn't seem to care. I mean, he's like mid to late 30s at this point.
Still has a wife.
He doesn't and hasn't had a wife for quite a while. But that's spoilers.
Not by the time this comes out.
Who's gonna watch season 1?
Does he have a new flame?
Deirdre?
Is her name Deirdre?
Listen, I'm heading back. I don't know how to tell you to stay out of trouble. You're directly in
I
mine.
know.
Sorry.
You can tell things are devolving because a lot more people are moving around.
Hey, we've been sitting here for a while. It makes sense. Just don't do anything fucking stupid, alright?
No, of course not. I won't do anything out of the ordinary.
That's what worries me.
What's the worst that could happen?
Your death, subsequently my death. Actually, no, the worst thing that could happen is you incite the vampire war to even greater bloody circumstances, single-handedly causing the destruction of this continent we call home.
I'll try not to.
Yeah, wouldn't put it past you. Alright, I'm leaving.
Oh, sir, before you leave,
Yes.
well, you know, there are several of us, and we're keeping good watch over Dubious, yeah?
It's true.
Whose idea was it to walk out in the middle of the night in vampire territory?
Mine.
And you said okay to that?
I did it. While the rest of the group is resting.
Right.
It's important they get the rest.
So like just the two of you. Because I don't know about you, but he's not exactly the most powerful person I've ever met.
He's proved himself.
You still pretending to be a wizard? You still up on that?
Pretending to be a wizard.
What do you mean?
Alright. We'll play this game some more.
What
What do you do?
That aside.
We'll
What
talk
do you
about
do? What's your thing?
Magic
You a wizard?
of sorts.
You either are a wizard or you aren't a wizard.
Well, now I have issue with that.
Yes,
Listen,
I'm a wizard.
Between the two of us, we make a wizard.
I'd like that. Okay.
What is that? You certainly talk like wizards.
Oh, now what if your boss heard that?
Let her hear it. It's fine. I have been dealing with wizards for so many goddamn years.
Are you not a wizard?
I'm a warlock.
Oh, well. We are like kin.
You're a warlock too?
Yes.
Is your source of power a group of wizards that make you do their dirty work day in and day out?
I'm very sorry.
It's why he's always so grumpy and mad about wizards.
I would be too. I myself am looking for a way into Renaissance. I don't know if that's ever going to be possible, but
I heavily advise you to not go to Renaissance.
it's rather important. So if it's something that just works out in the future, I would pay, or I will continue protecting Thuvius.
Well,
Whatever be it. Just keep your, keep it pinned, if you will.
I'm headed back to report to my masters. Do not pick up a banner of Ryland Sangweth and walk to Remlas.
Why would I walk into Remelas with a banner?
Because that's how I parlayed for them to let us in.
Why would you tell me that?
And you sort of walked yourself into that one.
With a banner?
If you fucking do this, I'll kill you myself, I swear to God.
I mean, it's a wonderful way to get into Remelas. I disguise self as Nero, just like in front of him.
He grabs you by the throat. Take it off.
Oh! And I just spell it.
You remember our sparring sessions, right? You remember I can kick your fucking ass if I want to?
Of course.
I'm giving you one
Grips spell book.
He sees that, he's like, I'm giving you one order here. Do not go to Renaissance. I don't care the reason. I'm sorry. Whatever it is, it's not more important than the ending of this conflict. Don't go. I'm leaving. I'm not telling you when I'm coming back, because then you'll make some sort of plan around that. Imagine I'm back tomorrow. How's that? Yeah?
Right.
Now don't fucking die. And just don't be an idiot. I don't even know. Okay.
Try not to die.
One of these days they're gonna let me retire. And he just sort of walks off, and as he does so, he like sort of fades, shimmers, and then disappears.
To the graveyard.
Graveyard.
After this, they explore the graveyard, and nothing is there. So, oh well. The next day, 3 of them, the non-elves, I should say, Karasu, Nate, and Finn go to the doctor to check in on that dwarven vanguard, soldier of the Vanguard of Light that they had seen unconscious earlier and ask her some questions.
Meanwhile, at the doctor's.
Michael's taking medicine.
The actual plot of the campaign.
real plot over here.
Or the film arc.
So you show up,
They don't tune in for plot.
and Luva is sort of.
They tune in for alphabet.
She's a cloth that was recently cleaned. She's shaking it out on the front porch.
Oh, the
Yeah.
porch.
Oh, hi, welcome. Are you here to see Fora?
I am. Is now a good time.
Yeah, no, she's upstairs, just sort of sitting.
Okay, thank you.
So
Do
you know
need
the
any
room.
help?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
McGillicuddy finally left, so
Thank goodness.
yeah.
Okay, I'll just head in.
You do see the girl from the graveyard is sitting on one of the beds, and she's drinking from like a cup.
Well, hi. You sick? A little bit. Throat. Yeah. Okay.
Head upstairs. Sure enough, sitting on the bed in Luva's room is a dwarven woman, the one who you'd seen in a weird state of consciousness
Yeah.
before, but she's now fully awake. She's sitting on the bed and looking out of the one window in the room. You can see her leg is fully bandaged up.
Yeah.
Her armor is still off, but she does have her shield next to her. Hi.
Hey, not sure if you remember me.
I'm afraid I don't.
I came by a day ago asking you questions about
You
the
remember
creature
me?
you fought.
No.
Okay.
Can I have one?
Yeah, more than one.
Are we all going to stop to loudly eat chips?
No ASMR.
Pass it to Winfield. I think he wants some.
Because
Oh my God, I ate
the
a lot.
audience won't get it because I will edit it out, but then I have to hear it. Oh, fucking
I just ate a whole bag of worms, so
a whole bag of worms.
I didn't realize Finn was with us.
Yeah, it was non-elves.
You can put them.
Thank you, Elaine.
I'm afraid I don't remember any of you. I was heavily drugged.
Yeah, I came yesterday and tried to ask you questions about your encounter, so I could find the creature and your friend. Hopefully, I'm wondering if you have any clearer answers for me today.
Are you kidding? Jonas is dead.
Okay.
He was taken away by that beast. There's no way he survived it. As soon as I'm well, I'm gonna go find him and make sure he wasn't become one of them.
Well.
But it came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Something that big we would have heard it coming. It just appeared right next to us and attacked us.
Would you say teleported?
No, I'd say summoned.
Summoned? Okay.
It was sort of a burst of black something.
Huh.
Felt like flame, smelled like brimstone, and it just appeared.
Definitely. Okay. And
You put up a fight, but that thing was tough.
no judgment on that.
We're not the most proficient of fighters in the Vanguard, but we're not weak by any chance. I mean, I have a pretty good sense for judging ability, and we seem to be on pretty similar levels, you and I. We didn't stand a
I can
chance.
see that.
It tore through Jonas, and it was all I could do to stay alive.
Last time I was here, you mentioned it flew away with him.
Yes.
Can you tell me what direction?
I'm not familiar with this area, to be honest.
Even
I'd
north,
assume
east,
it went south.
south.
I mean, it's definitely one of the vampires. It must be.
I don't know. I don't know if it's undead or a demon.
What else
or
would it
anything.
be?
I don't know. I'm looking for answers.
Vampires, they don't treat well with things that aren't undead. Living things they hate. Devils and demons they hate just as much.
Okay.
That I know from my training.
Quick, out of game question.
Yeah.
I divine sensed or tried to that creature. Did it?
You tried to command?
You commanded
Commanded
it.
it.
Worked. And you know the command doesn't work on undead creatures.
Yeah. I knew I did something that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it isn't, so...
We'll have to agree to disagree on that one, because vampires don't work with...
It might not have been vampires.
What else would it be? It was a giant bat.
We had a run-in with some figure in a beak mask.
A beak? Were there fangs at the end?
Yeah.
You saw a hordemonger. A vampire hordemonger. They go around turning innocents into their undead thralls to bolster the ranks of their armies. They're some of the worst. And you survived?
Fought a couple of flesh monsters, but...
Flesh monsters?
Yeah.
Frankenstein monsters.
Hordemongers are always surrounded by at least 10 thralls.
All.
Vampire servant. Not quite a vampire, but under its control. Undead.
You know, this one was just surrounded by a bunch of flesh things.
One thing looked like a beholder with a little green thing on top of it.
Yeah, a green thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's out of character for a hordemonger. They always travel with thralls.
Like I said, I'm 100% sure that bat was not undead.
Then why did it have a hordemonger's mask?
I have no idea.
Is it a bat? I don't know. I mean, things have been going bad here. I don't know if you're from around here, but they haven't been going good. That creature, vampire or not, needs to be taken care of.
I know.
I don't have the power to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna fight it.
You'll die. I don't mean to disparage you. I mean, clearly you're of some ability here, but that thing's beyond your means.
Okay.
Well, we gotta do something.
I suppose you have to. Is that all you had to ask me, or?
Not really. Either of you?
Bird.
Nothing? Okay.
I'll be here, healing. Hopefully soon I'll be able to get on my feet again, and if you haven't found a way to get rid of this thing, I'd be more than happy to help.
We'll be here, hopefully. Get some rest.
I get nothing but rest, so. Suppose some more couldn't hurt. You can tell she's really fucking restless. She doesn't want to be in this room anymore.
In fact, we could do the opposite of what her. So.
Suppose that's true. May the light guide you.
May Heronius guide you. I know there's differences. I'm just doing my best.
All right. She sort of dejectedly continues to look out the window.
Okay.
Once these questions are answered, they go meet up with the rest of the group and try to make a plan on what they're going to do next. Greg lets them know that Greg, of course, being the innkeep at the Feathers Down, lets them know that his nephew is having a sale up in Ilfair soon. And if they wanted to stock up before they did anything crazy, or even maybe visit the Leaflet Academy, which is the sort of liberal arts mage college up in Ilfair to the north, it might be a good idea to go there. They decide, yep, we will go there. Mel sticks behind and starts to hand all of the gold they recovered back to the people whose dead relatives it belonged to originally. And as they leave, Nate makes one final bit of eye contact with Samuel, who smiles and then fades away from the window of the Feathers Down. And that's where that session ends. Once again, really sorry about the audio situation. It hasn't happened again, and we filmed like 6 more episodes beyond this, so my incompetence is getting less bad. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, thanks so much for watching. Keep your eye out Wednesday, or the next session starts up. It's a doozy if you like shopping. And then Thursday, there's the Halloween episode, so get hyped for that. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for partying with us in the dungeon, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.